Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. My name is Beth Gay Freeman, and this is my email address. You're welcome to email me. If you have a question, if you have a suggestion, just email me. It's fine. Also, I do a publication. It's called Beth's Newfangled Family Tree, and it's on electricscotland.com. If you'll go to this address, you not only get the latest issues, but you get maybe 15 years of archives, and you are welcome to browse and enjoy as much as you wish. Nothing costs anything. This is absolutely free. Today we're going to have a good time. First, we're going to talk about Scottish wedding traditions. The bride should carry a horseshoe, and it is usually hanging from her bouquet. She must also have a rolling pin hanging there as well. Whether this is to show her domesticity or that she will be the boss in her own household, I don't know. One tradition is the plaiding of the bride, wherein the mother of the groom gives the bride a tartan sash of her new family, symbolizing the union of the two families. A piper pipes the bride or the entire wedding party into the church and out again. Cake tops can include one that has a kilted groom or one with red rosebuds, green leaves, and lovebirds who have a tartan ribbon draped from their beaks. Pew bows or markers could be made out of the clan tartan material with a sprig of heather in the center. The altar should be decorated with heather to denote the beauty of the ceremony, and thistles to denote the difficulty of a marriage. After the ceremony, the bride is met at the church door by her mother, and her mother breaks a currant bun over her head, her daughter's head, to bestow good fortune. The bride could wear a wreath of white flowers, perhaps white heather, in her hair instead of a veil. The reception is a time to serve traditional Scottish foods: trifles, shortbread, oatcakes with cheese and jam, and a Dundee cake. Many years ago, I was the editor of the Clandonald USA national publication, By Sea, by Land, and I did that for a little more than 10 years. And my friend Donald, my late friend Donald MacDonald, wrote this article originally, but he gave me permission to use it at any time or in any way that I needed to. So a very late thank you to Donald. And we're going to serialize this. It's a very long article, so we're going to do a little bit of it every week for a while. So this is Gaelic, the Scottish language, Gaelic with a Dixie accent. If anybody is unaware that America's Southland was populated very early on by Highland Scots and by Scots Irish, then he or she should examine Southernisms, words which have come down to us from our Gaelic-speaking ancestors. We must first understand that the ancient Gaelic language is the least heard of Scotland's three languages. Those are English, Lowland Scots, and Gaelic. And Gaelic is now spoken by only about 90,000 Scots. Really? It is a classical language of Indo-European origin, almost totally different from the Anglo-Saxon dialect language, which had taken over much of Scotland by the lifetime of Robert Burns. The Scots Irish were mainly from Ayrshire and Dumfriesshire, but at that time, when these lowlanders left Scotland for Northern Ireland in the 17th century for free land, the Gaelic language had not altogether retreated into the West Highlands and the Western Isles, where it is much in use today. It's been said that there were still a few Gaelic speakers in Ayrshire during Burns' lifetime. Thus, there could have been Gaelic speakers among the estimated 200,000 disillusioned Scots Irish who left Ulster for America in waves. North Carolina and going to North Carolina in the years 1717, 1740, 1754, and the 1770s. They went mainly to Philadelphia, but also to a few New England ports. Shortly after the anti-Union uprising of the Jacobites in 1715, Scots mostly from the Clanhattan lands of the Central Highlands immigrated to New Inverness or Darien in Georgia, and by 1739 larger numbers of Gaels were arriving in eastern North Carolina. Gaelic-speaking officers and soldiers from British regiments in our French and Indian War were allowed to settle in America after being demobbed, and many of those chose Virginia and the Carolina. I was thinking this week that this gets a little bit dry sometimes, so I will introduce everybody to one of my and Tom's favorite things, the pun. And today, and there'll be one pun at the end of every little podcast or whatever I'm doing here every week from now on. But the question today is, what did the cowboy yell to the sailor who was stuck out in the lake? Give up. The cowboy yelled, "Hey, partner, whoa, whoa, whoa your boat." Anyway, thank you for joining us. Please come again. Thank you. Bye.
I missed my cue, didn't I?